Alright, this is an introduction to 3D. We're going to start by doing our in-class assignment, modeling a chair, kind of getting used to the interface and some of the basic tools for modeling. So first we're going to start out with the viewport here. This is in perspective. We could also change this to some of these other viewports, right? Top, bottom, front, back, left, and right. They have the shortcut keys here to use. Perspective is good for now. Over here, this is the command panel. We're going to be using this quite a bit. We have, the first one is the create menu. The second one is modify. The third, hierarchy, then motion, display, and utilities. We're just going to be using create and modify today. So under create, we have geometry selected. This is where we got to also create lights, camera, other pieces, and objects. We right now have standard primitives selected. We're going to create a box. I'm going to click box. Right now it's ready for us to create a box, so I'm going to click and drag and let go. Now I don't have the mouse clicking or selected at all, but it's automatically just got this shape ready. So I'm going to go ahead and create a box. Just to kind of get used to it, I'm going to show you how to edit this box. So all I need to do is right click. If you accidentally created more than one box and you just kept clicking and you're like, how do I get out of this? You can just right click in an open gray space, select everything by clicking and dragging, and select delete. Go ahead and drag, click again, right click, and we've got a box. I'm going to go over to the Modify tab now, and I'm going to change the length to 40, the width to 40, and the height to 40. And just for viewing purposes, I'm going to change this to 3 by 3 by 3 so you can see what it does. Now right now you can't see anything because it's in shaded. So I'm going to click F4 so you can see the edges, or you can always click shaded and edge faces on so that you can see them. So now you can see that I have this divided 3 by 3 by 3. So if I change it to 2 by 2 by 2, there we go, we have it. So for now I'm just going to do 1, bam, there we go. Now I'm going to convert this into an edit poly so that I can be able to edit it and change its shape. So there's several different ways that you can do this. You can right click on the box, go to convert to, and then convert to editable poly. You could also do it through one of the top menus. I could also just add a modifier, or I can just right click on the word box and select editable poly. Now it is an editable poly. It's no longer a box, but it's called box 001. So I'm going to change this to the name chair 01 just in case. And this box here next to the title, I can change the color if I like to say maybe I wanted a different color, green or something. There we go. So next is our selection modes. We have vertices or points, or vertex for single, edge, borders, polygons, and elements. So the first thing I'm going to do is select a polygon, and this turns polygon selection mode on. I can also click it to turn it off. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to click the top polygon, and now I want to move this around, right? I want to move this polygon down, but you may not know how to maneuver around the viewport to see your object. So the middle mouse scrolly wheel zooms in and out, or you could also click the magnifier glass down here for zoom. If I middle mouse click, I can center my object wherever I need it. That's also this hand tool here, which is called pan, right? So I could select that literally. We then have the orbit, which allows me to kind of orbit around the tool. you could also do what I usually use is Alt, middle mouse, click, and drag. So that lets me actually maneuver around. You could also just select the shape up here in the front to rotate it around to see just by clicking on this little gizmo here. So now to move this polygon, we have 3 buttons up here: move, rotate, and scale. The shortcut keys are W, E, and R. I say W for move as in woove. So let's go ahead and woove this polygon down to make it the shape of a pizza box. Now you'll notice right here I have the axis selected for Z and X. So if I click that, it would move it around in both the Z and the X. I just want to move it straight down. So what I'm going to do is select the Z. I'm going to click and just drag it straight down. So the other thing is I could click this toggle viewports over here in the corner so that I could see the other views. You notice we have a front view right here. This makes it a whole lot easier for moving it up and down and left and right. So I could do that as well. Alright, so now I'm going to divide this chair up. So I'm going to select the edge selection mode. I'm going to select one edge and click ring. And it's going to select the ring around of edges around the box here. So if I hit F3 to see wireframe now, as you see here, you can see the ring selected. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to look for Edit, Edges, and I'm going to select Connect. Now, this is the menu. I can drag it around just by clicking on it and moving it. If you click into the gray area, it will deselect what you have. So I'm just going to click in here, and I could change this number to say, 9, type it in, and it doesn't upload. So let's say if I change it back to 1, right? You don't see it doing anything. You have to click somewhere else first. So, or the easy way is just to grab the arrow here and drag it. So I'm going to do, we'll say 5. And then I'm going to click the checkbox for OK. I'm going to go back to polygon selection mode right here. I'm going to select the back polygon only. And you can easily just click and select one. And I'm going to select extrude right here, but I'm going to select the option box. Now, this allows me to put in a specific number. So I'm going to drag this up to about 55 is pretty good. So actually maybe we'll do 50 for this one. There we go, hit a checkbox. There we go, now we got the back of the chair and it is coming along. So I'm going to select the edge mode now, and I'm going to select the front edge. I could even select, this middle edge here. It doesn't really matter as long as it's in this ring, right? Because I'm going to select ring. Again, we get the ring of edges. I'm now going to look for Edit Edges again, and I'm going to click the Connect Options box. It's already got 5, so I'm going to check that. Go to Polygon mode, and I am going to move this so I can see the bottom. Now, if the grid bothers you, you can press G for grid to turn it on and off. And then I'm going to select the corners. To select more than one, you have to control click. So I'm going to control click these other edges. There we go. Now I have 4 selected. So now I'm going to go ahead and go to extrude. And because the last time I did 50, it's automatically at 50. So there we go. I'm going to check that. And now we have a plain looking chair ready to go. Now that's the basics for a chair. There are a lot more tools here that you see, like for polygons we have, besides extrude, we have outline, bevel, inset, bridge that are really popular to use. We also have on edges, we could also do extrude an edge, we could chamfer an edge, we could bridge, connect edges, and all we would use those in just different circumstances depending on it. So I'm going to go back to polygon mode and wireframe shaded, and I'm going to select one polygon here, and I'm going to shift select the polygon to the left of it. And when I do that, I'm telling it to select all those polygons in that direction. So they're all selected around it. I can easily spin it. You can see that they're all selected here. And I'm going to do bevel this time. Bevel does something weird. Even extrude would do something weird too, because I have to set the group type or the bevel type. So we have group, we have local normal, and we have by polygon. So right now I'm going to do local normal. I'm going to make this or just a slight bevel. Let's maybe just do 1. And we have -1 that looks pretty good. I like that. We'll keep that there. And we could look at this to see kind of what it looks like. It's coming along a little bit. Maybe we'll want to add some shape, more shape to it. So what I'm going to do is turn off the polygon mode, go to the modifier, and I'm going to select FFD 3x3x3. Hit the plus sign to drop it down, select the control points, and I'm going to select, let's see here, the back middle one. Then I'm going to control click the top middle, and I'm just going to move these back. Oh, nice, look at that. Going to give us just a little bit of a curve to it. So now to get back to edit poly, I could add another edit poly, or I could just right click on the FFD and say collapse to. Now I say yes, and that means that I can never come back and edit that FFD modifier. It's already been merged like a layer. It's been merged all into one. So now I'm back to edit poly. Now I could do several other things to like create holes real quick. I will demonstrate. If I just select a couple of these here. Let's do, we'll just do these outer two here. And I'm going to also select the back two that are right behind it. And I'm going to inset. I'm just going to make it a thin slice. And then I'm going to click bridge. And what that's going to do is literally bridge them together, so it makes a gap. That's one way of doing a bridge. So now I kind of have this holes in there. For the leggings now, one nice easy way is I can just click and drag over the legs and it selects. Sometimes it doesn't select all of them, but it should, generally speaking. So I've got those selected. I'm going to hit connect. All right, I'm going to do that. We'll do 6 times. I'm going to go back to polygon mode. And if I really wanted to, I could bridge these legs together. And create like a sort of a classic